Alrighty, so before we jump into this, take like 2 minutes, share your story.
Yeah, my name is Mohammed. You can just call me Mo. I run a home improvement marketing agency. We help mainly kitchen bathroom remodelers get into more projects. Um, Before I got into SMA, I was selling travel insurance to old people, 60, 70 year olds, and now I'm in the light.
Sweet. So
Yeah.
I remember when I first started talking to you, um, like tell me a little bit about where you were at 6 months ago, or however long it was before we started, like
Last
financially,
time,
mentally, physically, etc.
yeah. So before I signed up for RC, I remember I was telling you I was in debt
Yeah.
because I was doing all the fancy things with my agency. I was hiring ISAs, I was hiring VAs, I was trying to run this like conglomerate of a business with like two, three clients that were paying me, which just didn't make sense. I was like barely like not even profiting after the go high levels, after all the domains. Um, I took some kicks in the butt even after I signed up for RC. You told me that wasn't necessary. I lost out on more money, but yeah, definitely like simplifying things. Just making sure service delivery is good, clients are happy, is much more important than having a Filipino VA that will give the calls, but she will never know as well as the business owners, right? So I was trying to make this complex service delivery for like no reason.
What about mentally?
In my opinion, things are more clear in terms of business. Um, I really look up to Alex in terms of operation running.
Yeah.
Just seeing that also, like I used to overcomplicate things, and something about me is I practice a lot of fence sitting. Is like I don't make a decision just because I don't know where to take things, and definitely like getting on these calls, I get a straight up answer. So
Yeah.
that's what like even if it's a stupid question, I don't care. Like I just fire off and it helps me with next steps basically.
Okay. And
Yeah.
why, I guess like why did you start? Like why did you join RC? Why did you want to do this, I guess, in the first place? Like with, obviously there's a million options out there.
Yeah, your story definitely resonated with me. I felt like, especially when you said you weren't charging that much money. You remember you talked about your
Yeah.
photography or your local business
Yeah.
clients where you were charging 200-300 bucks and you're trying to do all this like crazy service delivery. And then
Yeah.
I resonate with your story because I was also running to like the same type of thing. In my mind, I had a great service delivery that was overly complicated. I wasn't charging much. Um, so yeah, I wanted to gain your insights. I trusted that you would take me there versus because I wasn't looking for a course. Like going down rabbit hole videos was not what I was looking for. I already knew basically how to do the service delivery. I kind of wanted more like guidance in terms of like service delivery and then like operations side of things.
Okay. That's sweet. So then I guess where are you at now? Financially, physically, mentally, or how many clients have you signed since? Like, give me that rundown.
So now I have 6 clients. I launched a what's it called, like a performance offer, and I saw invited 3 clients just within the last month. I was struggling with signing on retainers just because maybe my sales are not there. But I find I talk to a lot of contractors that because there are lead services in our industry which are specific for our industry, which is like the Angie's List, the Home Stars.
Yeah.
These guys like multi-billion-dollar conglomerates, and every contractor I've spoken to, they've paid the $700-800 per month and they got nothing. So it's hard to like convince them to like pay you a grand and a half, even like with the great case studies that I had. But you know, um, asking you about that and implementing that, it's been much better. So I definitely know how to position my offer well. I had a lot of problems with that, which is like I didn't know how to pitch the ads. I don't know how much to pitch how to like kind of position my offer, even with like my outreach. Um, so it's been going much better. I have much more clarity on how to position myself in the market and where to go.
I love that. Now, if you were to talk to yourself 6 months ago, like what's the one piece of advice that you would give them, knowing what you know now to get where you are now?
Am I allowed to cuss?
Yeah. Am I allowed to cuss on my fucking YouTube channel? I'm almost
Yeah,
more offended. I'm more offended that you asked that question.
yeah. Why the fuck were you hiring all these like third world country like ISAs that like just didn't know what like you didn't know what you were doing, and you had this like thousands of dollars of payroll per month, and that's all you were making. Um, like just literally no reason. So I was trying to kind of like, why are you complicating things for absolutely no reason? Well, it's simple. That's why we got into the SMA into the first place, right? Because it's like it's basically straightforward, right? You're selling people on a way that they can get on more clients. But I feel like with all these gurus that are coming out, all these ISAs and these fancy service deliveries, which are important, I'm not saying that there's no place in the marketplace for them, but just not when you're starting out. Like you're hiring all these ISAs, it's just not when you're doing under 20K. It's just not feasible. Not a smart idea.
Yeah, that's sweet. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. Anything, does he have anything else?
No, that's basically it. I would biggest advice I would give to beginners is um, not dwell on stupid shit. Don't overcomplicate your service delivery. Just try to sign on a few clients, even if it's performance based. I'm not a big fan of performance based, but if that's what you have to do, get some money through the door, then definitely do that.
Yeah.
Don't overcomplicate things. Start off with like the regular, build out. Like if you're not the best service delivery person, do a Facebook lead form, implement that, make sure you do that well, and then transition to a landing page. Don't try to do this big, show when you're not even good at all. So don't overcomplicate things, just keep to the basics. That's why we got into this industry in the first place. We want to make people money, nothing less, nothing more.
Sweet.